Hi, everybody, and welcome to another YouTube video by Bia. I am the founder of Bia Boss Coaching. I'm also a podcast host of the Bia Boss Coaching podcast. And today I want to talk to you about strategies and how to think about the word strategy. Because strategy is not just a method or a plan on how to do something, but it's actually about setting a goal and being able to reach that goal with an intention behind it. You want to learn something in the process and you are getting more information on your target audience and getting more information on yourself as well. So, I'm going to share this example that I hope would help you think about strategy in a different way. If you were to, let's say you're going on a trip to Mexico, you're going to a 5-day trip to Mexico. If you are someone that's not thinking about strategy during your 5-day trip to Mexico, you're probably just gonna plan your 5-day trip, right? You're going to set out for each day activities that you want to do for that day, where you're going to eat. You're going to plan how you're going to get around, your transportation, where are you going to sleep, and how much money you're going to take, right? Those are things that you need to plan out, think about them ahead of time so that you can have a successful trip in Mexico. That's a plan. However, let's say you want to go to Mexico, it's your first time going there, you know you're not going to go for at least another 2 to 3 years, but there are archaeological ruins and sites that you really want to visit and you only have 5 days. Now you have a goal, you have an objective that you're trying to reach, is you want to see all these 10 archaeological ruins in this 5-day time frame. And now you are going to plan around that specific goal. So a strategy is understanding your different tasks and assigning those tasks in service to this goal, right? You may not even have enough time to visit all the archaeological ruins, but you're going to try. So you strategize, you try and figure out which ones are closest to each other so that you can, you know, visit 2 sites each day and try to pair the ones that are closest to each other per day, and then you're going to see if that works, right? So that is what strategy is. It's not just planning, but also having a goal that you want to reach and being able to learn about yourself in the process. When you think about it within the context of business, it's not just reaching a goal, you're also trying to understand your target audience better, your community better, and yourself better. So let me just show you real quick. So here is what a strategy looks like on paper, right? Earlier this week, I actually made a podcast episode on this very strategy called Virtual Networking Strategy. Go listen to that podcast episode if you want to listen and learn how you can use a virtual networking strategy to generate more leads, meet new potential collaborators, do some market research, and even make some personal connections. Okay, so here is how I laid out the strategy, right? I talked about the virtual meetups, where you need to go, where do you need to find yourself to begin to put this strategy to work. So a virtual networking strategy, if we were to look at what we want to achieve with the strategy, is, like I said, generate more leads, find new collaborators, conduct market research. Those are the objectives that I want this strategy to help me achieve, right? But for networking, I'm not going to go to network just to network or meet new people. I can be a little bit more intentional. And as an introvert, we can do this from the comfort of our own home. We can go to virtual meetups, we can go to online webinars that we find, or we can be active in community groups. That is the where to play, right? Like, this is where we're going to go and insert ourselves so that we can begin to make the proper connections, to meet the right people, so that we can begin to build those relationships, right? The how to win is how we're going to use these meetups in this strategy. So I talked about being able to get the information from that webinar, being able to get the participants of the webinars information, getting their social media handles, their websites, their contact information. Some of them provide their email address. Yes, we can share our own information, but really the value here is being able to take that information. So we're going to observe, we're going to take a step back, and we're going to listen, and we're going to not just get the information about who are the participants of the event or the virtual event, but we're going to listen to their questions, we're going to listen to their concerns, to their challenges, and that is market research, right? I also say part of this execution strategy is not to give up, right? You have to follow up. If you gather this information and you're able to make connections in these spaces, make sure you follow up. Make sure that they fit your customer profile avatar or your targeted profile avatar, and make sure that you follow up. So that is the how to win. Now you want to be able to understand the time and the resources that you have available to be able to do this, right? Like the strategy is not going to work if you just do it one time. You'll have to do it repeated times in order to see if over time the strategy can help you. So I challenged you in this video to do it once a week. Maybe do it for 3 hours. And you want to make sure that you have a call to action in your follow-up. So make sure you have a call to action for them and that it benefits them in their journey. And then the systems of execution, that is making sure that you have the systems in place to be able to optimize the strategy, right? So if you're going to meet a bunch of people, you most likely need a system to keep track of everybody that you meet, where you meet them, who they are, what kind of business they have. And over time, you're going to see if this strategy is working, right? I don't expect the strategy to work right away. You have to give it some time to see how you feel about it. Are you able to keep up with it? Do people respond to your emails and to your follow-up? Were you able to generate leads with the strategy? Were you able to find new collaborators? Were you able to conduct market research? Meaning, were you able to find out more about your target audience? So give it some time, give it at least a month, 2 months. I would say give it 3 months, to be honest, and then see if the strategy worked, right? So that is what a strategy is. It's not a plan. It's a method that you can try to reach an objective, but that objective is not guaranteed. You just have to try it. You can come back to this strategy after doing it a month or 2 months and seeing if maybe you can switch up some of these things to tweak the strategy a little bit, right? Like maybe instead of virtual meetups, you can actually make this entire strategy into in real life networking strategy, right? What if you, instead of doing a virtual webinars, you incorporate in real life events into the strategy? Does that help a lot more than virtual networking? So you want to play around with the strategy. You want to see what works. What are the areas of the strategy that you can change? And that way you can come back to each element, like literally this strategy right here. This is a whole strategy. Each strategy right here, there's different elements to the strategy, right? But these are the main ones. It's not a plan. Now, let me show you what a plan looks like. Okay, this right here signifies a platform. This is TikTok, LinkedIn, Spotify, and YouTube. And each day, I will be only posting one time, except for this day, posting twice on YouTube, one time on IG, and I'm doing an IG live here. And this is just my way of being able to keep track of the content that I create, how I break it up, where I'm posting it, and my way of trying to remain consistent and active on these platforms that I'm currently prioritizing. I'm prioritizing YouTube and I'm prioritizing LinkedIn. And my email list, I do that every single week. They get a blog from me each week. They get a video. In my email list, they get everything, right? They get my podcast, they get the YouTube video for that week, they get my blog. And some of the content in there is not even on here. A lot of it is actually just smaller pieces of the long form content. So what I put out on LinkedIn or as a YouTube short is actually not the entire content piece. The entire content piece is only available to my email list. So that is my strategy, but this is a content plan. It's just the strategy is I'm trying to see if I can grow my email list by only providing them with a podcast and shorter versions of my longer form content. And if they'd like access to my entire content, the entire video or the blog for that week, they can join my email list, right? So that is a strategy. My goal and objective is to grow my email list. And my assumption, or what I'm trying to find out, is are people feeling called to my content or feeling curious about my content enough to sign up to be part of my email list? Because my email list is where you will get access to unlisted videos, to full blogs, and my blogs are only available through snippets for the larger audience once a month. It is so much better to feel organized and to know that you're not just creating random pieces of content or trying to stay afloat. You're really intentional about what you're putting out, and there's a goal behind every action that you take for your business. All right, y'all. So there you have it. I hope that you can understand the difference between what a strategy is and what a plan is, and that with this knowledge, apply that to the different areas of your business where you'd like to be more strategic. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you like this video. If you found it insightful, like, share, subscribe, and share with a friend. And I'd love to see you over on my newsletter. Come on over, subscribe to my newsletter. You can come over to beabosscoaching.com and you can subscribe there through the community, download a few freebies, or you can listen to the podcast, read a few blogs. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you on the next video.